Welcome everybody, welcome to Fan Dusra. And like me now, you're probably all singing along to our theme song as well, because we're back together and nobody knows the next line. So everyone just does the same thing, it's okay. And if you're doing that at home, it's fine. So if you go, because we're back together, skibby-dabba-doo-ba, back together, labba-dabba-dee-da, back together, that's all you got to do. You can just make the bits in the middle up. It's the wonderful song that you don't need the words to. It's great. Welcome everybody. There are no words to this script either. This is all just freestyle. It's just off the cuff. It's just fans hanging out, talking about cricket, talking about the T20 League, talking about the teams that we love to enjoy and all the action that we get to see. As always, my people, my wonderful Bharat Army members all around the world are watching this as well. Hi, Bharat Army members everywhere. Hi, Bharat Army fans. If that's you, then drop us a little message. As always, you can message right here into the show via your social media stream. So through Facebook, through Instagram, through YouTube. Pop your comment on there and it'll pop up on my little screen here and we can share your thoughts with the world, as we'll be sharing these guys' thoughts in just a moment. On today's big game is, of course, the Delhi Capitals versus Royal Challengers Bangalore. That's going down in a little while. A reminder though, download the app. Why are you listening? Why are you listening to the chat? All the fighting talk that's going to come up as well. While you listen to all of that, download the BATv First Games app and be a part of the whole fantasy cricket thing as well. Okay, so what's going on? Yesterday, let's have a quick reflection. Yesterday, low scoring game in Gujarat. Punjab only managing 123 from their 20 overs, but then of course Kolkata making that quite an easy chase in the end. Good game all round, nice and easy game for Kolkata, but today we're still in Ahmedabad. Delhi taking on RCB. They are second and third in the table, respectively. So both teams want that top spot. Both teams have lost key figures through COVID-related decisions. Both teams winning 4 out of 5. So this is fascinating. This is like a parallel universe. This is like two brothers separated at birth and they're living the same lives. But then little do they know that they are brothers and they're going to come together and fight. And then me as their mum is going to appear and go, "Nay, you can't fight. Why? Because you're related." What sort of? Mate, they're not related. We can say that. And they can fight. And we want to see them fight a little later on. Right, who have we got here? We have got representing Delhi. We've got Yatat and Dowayapan. How you doing, guys? You well?
Great. The super over win was great.
Oh, yes, it was. The super, it was exciting stuff. Amanda and Bronata is here. Hi, Amanda, 17-year-old young Amanda, who I just found out is studying to be a pilot, everyone. Okay, Yatat, what are you studying to be?
I think it's a great clash. Even I'm studying for pilot.
Oh, hello. You might need like a, you before you know it. You what?
It's sheer coincidence, DC versus RCB and same age, in fact.
You're the same age. Yatat, are you trying to make a move? What is this? Listen, hey, who would have thought, eh? Well, here we are, you and me, different teams, but yet same destiny. It's like even I was starting to fall for the lines. I like it. No, that's funny. Two pilots. Dowayapan, what do you do, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the sports management place. I'm currently in University of Delhi. I'm in my second year now, so pretty much locked down ever since the last year. I saw my college in the first half of last year, and then I'm pretty much at home ever since.
He's nearly there. Varnata, what do you want to do?
Inside home right now. Do nothing. Watch cricket as a fan.
We're all talking about our dreams. We're all talking about our biggest hope for life. We got pilots, we got sports commentators and journalists. Well, I'm sitting at home right now. That's all I need. That's it. What kind? Let's see what I mean. You're supposed to be the young one, aren't you? The one that's full of energy and fun. Okay, we'll save it. We'll save it for your chat about your team. Let's kick off with my lively lads, and let's talk about Delhi. Yatard, fresh off the back of a win in the first super over, which we all said is getting us all excited as well. That was a cracker. What was it like seeing your team play there?
I think we did it deliberately. We wanted to have some fun. It was Super Sunday, and I think the first game RCB choked again. And I think to make Sunday more exciting, I think that was the reason why we went on to Super Over. Otherwise, the game was pretty much ending by the 15th over. It was courtesy to Delhi that we took on to the Super Over, and we finally managed to win it.
Yeah, and a convincing bit. But it shows that you guys have got what it takes under pressure.
Exactly. It takes, the Rishabh Pant, he is pretty new to the role of captaincy, and having experienced guy around him, I think he's following the path of great MS Dhoni, and not taking pressure lightly onto his game, and just playing the normal cricket which he used to.
Yeah, you're right. Ashwin not being there, Dwaipan. Ashwin not being there, so big blow. What do you reckon? What's the team going to do to kind of counteract that? Do they need to counteract that?
Yes, absolutely. It's a body blow to not have Ashwin, and I feel it's more about spreading light on the prevalent issue that is there, that the cricketers, will have a mental toll after a point of time, Ashwin, and it also, that threshold gets breached when your own family members start getting affected. But yeah, as far as Delhi Capitals team is concerned, it's a big blow. Ashwin brings in leadership, brings in his experience in the game. He's captain Punjab before, so it's an experienced part of a group that we'll be missing out on.
So who can fill those boots?
Yeah, they have showed plenty of promise on Lalit Yadav when Akshar Patel was benched for due to COVID. Now that Akshar Patel came back, Lalit Yadav had to go back. But now with Ashwin not being there, Lalit Yadav seems to be the one. It makes the bowling lineup slightly thin, but I feel in the long run it can be compensated by bringing in Nokia, Rabada. Certain roles of guys do get changed, but overall I feel Ponting is well equipped in terms of the resources in his hand to make do with this Ashwin void.
Okay, Yatath, what did you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to add that in place of, I think it's a controversial because we will bring someone like Ajinkya Rahane in place of Ashwin, and we'll bring Andrick Nokia in place of Steven Smith. We are not removing Steven Smith because he didn't perform well. We are removing him just because for the team right balance. Because I don't think that Ahmedabad is that spinning track, or it's a friendly spinning pitch. It supports pitch, but I don't think that going in with three spinners would really help. What Mark Wood did against England, I think we can. Just boost our bowling attack with the likes of Andrick Nokia and Kagiso Rabada choking RCB again, and maybe Ajinkya Rahane can do the job as just what Steven Smith tried to do.
Okay, good stuff. Dwaipan, the thought of Mishra and Maxwell going up against each other, though, from a fan level, that's exciting. That's like, a great big. That's like Ryu versus Ken. Do you watch?
Yeah.
Is Street Fighter
Yeah.
reference? Do you get the Street Fighter reference?
No, I don't. Sorry,
Okay.
am I a buskill then?
Maybe you're too young. I don't know, Vernata. Is he too young to understand what Street Fighter is? Don't know. Vernata will tell me if I'm acting old. That's why she's here. She's there as just an age barometer to tell you, Buddha alert, everybody. Hey, everyone, be careful. Sorry, let me just get my walking stick and adjust myself a little bit. So I can...
Tommy, you just can't get over that now. You
No.
just can't get over that.
No, I'm not.
But
I'm never
yeah,
getting over it. I'm hanging on to it.
Speaking about the question, I feel I dig into the stats now. They show that Mishra, even though he has conceded close to 12 runs while bowling against the Big Show, who I feel is going to be a no-show against us today, but still he has picked him up 4 times, which means that if in an over Amit Mishra is bowling, Maxwell comes up, he hits 2 sixes, and in the last ball he gets out. As DC fans, we would take that, right? Because we want the damage to be curbed as long as possible. So yeah, Mishra against Maxwell should be a good matchup that will work in favor of DC.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, in favor of DC. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if that does happen. Let's find out what our ladies are thinking in just a minute. Before we do, the predicted lineup for Delhi. This is how we think the Delhi squad is going to stack up. Tell me your thought. Is that how you see? Does that go with everything you've been saying and thinking so far?
Well, yes, this will work. In place of Andrew Nokia, you have guys have picked Ishan Sharma. I think yes, it will. We want to strengthen our pace attack. The more we will strengthen our pace attack, I think that good our bowling attack would be. And if Steven Smith can do the job of what Shreyas here did, I absolutely have no problem. So this would be the perfect 11 which I would be hoping for.
Okay, perfect 11. That's the one that's in their favour. Right, moving on to RCB then. The Royal Challengers Bangalore. And I've got Varnata and Amanda here as well. Varnata, अरे बेटी सुन सकती है हमको हम बोल दे हैं आपको
You're
वर्नता
young today.
हमको हमारे tablet लेके आ बेटा. There you go. Sorry,
No,
in
you're
case
very
anybody
young.
missed it, Varnata
No,
made a
you're very
reference.
young.
What? Oh, I'm very young today. Oh, that's
Yes.
nice. That's nice. It's funny. Funny you should say that. I mean, what prompted you to say
After
that?
we should win today. Just
Oh, okay.
just when I told that
Okay.
we
So
lost.
that's happened. So now, right, Varnata just was messaging me on Instagram. It's kind of going, you know what? I mentioned your age, and now RCB lost. I'm just saying, you can't go against me. I'm like, like those Buddhas. You rub the belly for good luck or whatever. You rub the center for good luck. There you go. Touch the screen. Make a wish. There you go. Do it right now. Spoke up the powers. No, let's talk about your team, Varnata, because you haven't lost me as much as you feel like you've lost me. But who you have lost is we're losing Kane Williamson and Zampa. But does that worry
Kane
you?
Richardson, yeah,
Kane Williamson or
What,
Richardson,
what am I,
Richardson?
I'm talking
Richardson.
rubbish.
We
And
don't have Kane Williamson, but we love to have
you
him
don't.
in
Yeah,
our
but,
team.
oh, sorry. I'm from the future. I should have told you. I've just come back in time. I get
Oh.
my seasons mixed up. It's easily done. Richardson and Zampa. Tell me, not having them in the squad. What does that do to your mindset right now? How does that make you feel?
So it really did not affect us because Kane Richardson got just one match and Adam Zampa still did not get any match. And again, it's their personal reasons wherein they had to leave for the countries. And we respect it. And I don't think it becomes a big blow for our team because our team looks settled and it doesn't need, too much of chop and change right now. Only change I see here is in the batting depth because I think we are feeling one short of a batsman in the middle order, and I think that would be replaced either by Daniel Sansom or Finn Allen today. So other than that, I don't see any changes in the bowling attack.
Okay, I'm going to stick with what you got. Yeah, you're right. There's no real reason change. Still a solid performance so far. Amanda, Chahal versus Darwin, though. That's what we're looking forward to today. That little pairing, that little matchup.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we've seen that Shikhar Dhawan actually does sort of struggle against spin. So that's something we're going to be looking forward to. I mean, I think because, if we get Shikhar Dhawan out in the power play, that's half the job done. And since he hasn't been doing too well against spin, I think, if I'm not wrong, his strike rate's just above 100 and his average is, a little less than 30. Then, I think Virat should execute his plans really well and get in Chahal, just straight in, just from the beginning.
No messing around. No, look at you straight in. Get him in. Let's get the business done. She's not messing around today. You seem like you're someone on a mission today. So if you were in that Kohli mindset, is that what you think it is? It's like, come on, guys, get on with business. Is that what you'd tell your side, Amanda?
Absolutely, 100%, definitely. I'm just been so irritating losing to Delhi over the last 1-2 years, but so obviously it's time for them to just realize where they've gone wrong after the last match and definitely just move on from there.
Okay. Talking about that big loss in Varnata, talking about the loss to Chennai, fielding was a bit wobbly, as we've said. Dan Christian dropping quite an important catch as well. We've said it across the tournament. We've said this applies to a lot of teams, really. It's about who shows up. It's about not being sloppy. It's about taking those chances. It's about making the most of those split-second moments. There's no room for sloppiness here, is there?
Yeah. I think they should have been more responsible that day on the field, which they weren't. We saw so many dropped catches, missed runouts, and all of that. And that gave the opposition a chance to go and hit those extra runs. And I think the catch which was dropped by Dan Christian costed us around 60 odd runs. And I think that is not supposed to be, which is appreciated. I think they would have at least taken some of the catches and saved those missed fields which went for four, and but again, it's not a big loss for us because it's just the beginning of the tournament, and we have so many matches going ahead, and it's good that we lost this, this match in the beginning instead of going and continuing the winning streak and ending it at the later stages. So that would be a big trouble. Instead, we lost it here, and we will bounce back today.
Okay, so that's interesting. You instantly see it as a one-off loss because it's not a one-off loss if it happens again. It's not just a blip if we see those same mistakes again. So I'm with you on that one, and I think this across the board. I mean it generally. I'm properly neutral here. I don't have any sway either way, but it's such an intense tournament, as we know. The games require every player to just perform. There's no second chances. So it's unforgiving like that. But from what you've seen so far, you still seem like, no, my boys are solid. It's a solid
No, so
side.
if you see Virat Kohli, he never repeats his mistakes. So what he has done in the previous matches, he's not going to carry that once again, and he will never repeat it. So I make sure that his team also, looks forward to that and doesn't continue that sloppy fielding and those missed runouts. That costed us a match. And then the last over, it was just, I don't know what happened that day, but maybe the last over, changed the game momentum completely, and that's where. And it was Sir Ravindra Jadeja's day. We can at least get a day to appreciate someone's skills out there on the ground. So yeah, that doesn't hurted us much. But yeah, it's again CSK. CSK fans are. We all know. I don't have to name that. But coming to the stats with DC. We have played overall 25 games and RCB has won 14. DC has won 10, and for one match there is no result. And for the highest score with RCB versus DC, we have 215, and DC's highest score versus RCB is 196. So we can see 220 today. I hope I'm not being
220. She said, it was interesting because I'm watching, because as you're saying your stats, it's being cross-referenced on my screen with Dwyepedia. It's like Wikipedia, but Dwyepedia is where I saw him go like that. Like as he was listening, it's like he was trying to smell your statistics, your stats.
Yeah,
But the thing
I
is,
mean,
it won't be a high-scoring match. It's not going to be a high-scoring match because the pitch is different and it's not playable. And I don't see a 200+ score here. I mean, what we have seen the last match last night. Yeah.
Do you concur?
yeah,
Yeah.
what I've got to say is that, see, the special thing about this year's IPL is that no team enjoy any home advantage. So that means all 8 teams in the tournament, they have to change their venues from time to time. And when they come to Ahmedabad, there's no ground history. So what I think, both camps in DC and RCB would have closely watched the game between KKR and Punjab yesterday. And the glaring issue that comes out of it is the prevalence of dew, that water thing, dew. And what I feel, this makes it a very important factor of the toss. Whoever wins the toss, it gives them a considerable advantage, because bowlers who will bowl second in the onset of the evening will struggle, and big time. So I feel whoever wins the toss will have a big say. And one more thing I wanted to add to what Varnata said is that, I think people read too much into the specific records of between two teams, because that goes back to many years. A more appropriate determinant of what is probably going to happen in a game is the recent form of the teams. And RCB, I feel, let's be fair, where they were manhandled in that one over. And more than about them being playing against Delhi Capitals, they will also be playing against the demons from the last game, the humiliation, the embarrassment. And I think that is gonna cash in by the Delhi Capitals, and it will be a huge dent in confidence for players, for Harshal Patel. Kohli, yes, I agree, he might not be so affected, but Harshal Patel, yes, he's still thinking about it. He's still crying in his room.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. It's interesting that you say, Varnata wants to come back. Go on, let's hear you, Varnata.
No, I don't think so.
He was saying, he was kind of saying, don't look at the stats. He was kind of going, people get caught up in the stats. Let's not focus on the stats. Let's focus on the current form. It's a bit like saying, if you're going to be matched with somebody, let's not look at the astrology. Let's not look at what the stars say, because they're far away. Let's look at their Tinder profile. Let's look at, that's what do I understand. Let's look at right now.
Of both. Yeah, a bit
So,
of both, you could
so I'm just adding to what he said. So only Harshal Patel's last over was bad. Apart from that, he was so good that day. And I'm really not sure, what happened in that last over. But again, I think I will blame the captain. Little mistake from the captain. At least he should have come and spoken to the bowler and and told him that please go and don't be in pressure. But that did not happen. Maybe the 90 minutes were over. That was the reason. I don't know. But one over, I don't think is going to affect Harshal Patel that much. And answering to Naresh, he has asked one question about playing Sani. I think that was a wrong call from Virat Kohli. I think he misread the pitch that day, and Dhoni was right. I mean, that has to be, truth has to be accepted
Well,
sometimes.
yeah.
let's
Yeah.
have a look because we haven't seen the 11 for RCB yet. Amanda, talk me through this 11. Is this how you see your squad turning up today?
Yeah, it's not a bad squad, except we're playing three spinners, and instead of Daniel Sams, I'd keep Finn Allen.
Okay.
Oh no, Dan Christian isn't here, but I'm not sure. Maybe we didn't play Shahbaz the last match, so hopefully he could have been a luck factor. Never know. But I think it's pretty okay. I think having another batsman though would sort of help us because we saw what happened. I think both the teams scored pretty low totals yesterday, so getting another batsman would really help RCB.
And are you okay with Burnata giving a little bit of gentle criticism towards the perfect Virat Kohli? Are you okay with that? Can we let that go through on a technical fact that we're here to talk about cricket? That's all.
Yeah, I mean, if Virat has made a mistake, then as much as I hate to say it,
I met Varnata at the same day, after that game, we had to meet for DC Toli. We done. She was distraught. She was so sad why this happened against CSK. CS now, as an RCB fan, I'm gonna bury myself under the ground and everything.
No,
but,
I never said.
but yeah, I mean,
it's just interesting.
It's been a loss.
No, Varnata's doing her general criticism of decisions and stuff. But Amanda, you were reluctant. You were reluctant to have any bad word said against Virat Kohli.
I'm Virat Kohli's fan.
I know you are, but you're just talking about the game. We're allowed to talk. Even perfect people can mess up a little bit. But Amanda's not having it. She's like that protective mum that says, "No, not my boy. My boy can do no wrong. It was your boy. It was your boy's problem." There you go. That's what it was. Perfect. Okay, let's have a look at your top picks. Top picks from each side, please. I'd like Yatard to pick his top pick for Delhi. Shikhar Dhawan or Rishabh Pant. I think I know who I'd go with. Who would you go with?
I think it's going to be Rishabh Pant because the way Shikhar Dhawan struggled specifically on Ahmedabad, I think Rishabh Pant is going to be the key for Delhi Capitals. I really don't see that how Shikhar Dhawan is going to manage his skill, but I think that Rishabh Pant is going to be the key. So no doubt I'm closing my eyes and going for Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, okay. And then Padikkal or Patel for Bangalore. Let's Vranata, you can pick this one.
It has to be Devdutt since he has scored a maiden ton recently, and I think he's looking in good touch, and I think he's
and Harshal going for 37.
No way, not at all. That's not happening at all.
He just said this little thing. All right, let's do the toss then, right? Let's get who has anyone not called the toss yet in the past? Who wants to do it? Who wants to shout it out? Okay, Yatard, you're up. Ready? You're gonna call cricket or Dusra, right? You know how this works. I'm going to flick it up just so you know it's starting on the Dusra side here. So I don't know if that affects your decision. And call it when it's in the air. 3, 2, 1.
Cricket.
It is cricket. I dropped it twice as well. It was a dew. There was dew on the coaster. Sorry, everyone. So cricket is you won the toss. What are you going to do?
I think we will be going to bowl first, and I think basically on the pitch because it's not going to be easy to bowl second. It was not dew, it was water which was deliberately spot on the pitch because that shot which Karthik played, water actually just stopped the ball. So it would be really harsh for the captain who loses the toss today.
Okay, tough decisions all round. It's going to be a good game. Just as soon as I see Bunt and Budigal on the teams, I'm like, that's it. I'm sold. I'm there. As a neutral fan, as a lover of the game, it's just going to be great entertainment, and we're going to see some proper young talent on the pitch as well. Talking of young talent, who's going to be stepping out of my young talents here to do the fighting talk? Who wants to represent their team? Firstly, on behalf of Delhi, who's it going to be?
Yatharth.
Yatharth. Yatharth, you're stepping up for Delhi. And Varnata or Amanda, who's it going to be doing the fighting talk for you two?
Amanda.
Amanda, okay. Oh, it's pilot versus pilot. My two air stewards here can take their trolleys back to the section behind the curtain. That's your role on the aeroplane.
We're gonna go for an absolute flyer.
well done. Amanda's like, oh no, he did the absolute flyer. Oh gosh. Okay, let's hear from you, Yatharth, first. You're in the cockpit, son. Time for the wheels to go up. Your 30 seconds. Look at him. Yeah, boy. Your 30 seconds starts now.
First of all, as Varanta mentioned about the start, that RCB has won 15 outings and Delhi has won 10. So, to remind about the stat, Delhi has won last 5 outings when they met since 2018. And if you want to look at the start, then I think we would be comfortable in doing to the 6th. And I think I was really confused last night that whom Delhi is actually going to play against. Is it RCB or the Royal Chokers of Bangalore? And if you guys choke again, then please be free to ask the cough medicine from Prithvi Shaw.
The Royal Chokers of Bangalore. Oh my word. In your face, Varnata. There you go. I'm joking. No, it's not to you. It's Amanda. Amanda, over to you. That was a good one. Hey, great bit of trash talk. We're all loving that. Everyone's going. Loads of messages coming in as well. By the way, quick shout. Hello to Shabnam. Hello to Clinton. Hello to Didi. Hello to Naresh. Hello to Malaika. Hello to Krishna as well. Thank you for all the messages coming in. Keep them coming in as Amanda steps in, and Yatharth basically hit the ejector seat button. He's out the jet, and it's all left to you now. Your 30 seconds, my young pilot, starts now. Oh no, your mic's not on. Your microphone. Your microphone. Oh, she choked. The Royal Chokers from Bangalore.
Is there a term
No.
when the plane goes off the opposite way? I know.
Huh? Which way am I flying? No, I'm kidding. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay. Well, we've reached 3 finals. You guys have reached 1. We've already beat the defending champions. You guys are only talking about the last 2 years that y'all have beat us because y'all can't accept the fact that RCB's actually beat y'all much more than you have. And you guys were probably so bad that you literally had to change your name from Delhi Daredevils to Delhi Capitals to hope that, this change of name would probably get you guys to win. But it's still not worked. And RCB are honestly the better team. Virat Kohli is from Delhi. He is the Delhi boy. He's going to conquer all you Delhi boys today.
Conquering. He is there. Lord Kohli will come and conquer. Yatharth would like a super over.
Yep.
Oh, no. Varnata's telling me not to allow you. I don't know. I love you all. I have to. You're like my butcher. Yatharth, what do you want to say?
Just to remind that Delhi boy, we were the only one who just stopped RCB from going to the final previous area, if you recall correctly.
Yes, and if you watch Yatharth carefully, the more upset he gets, the higher his eyebrows go when he makes his point. So if he goes, hey, if you recall, right, they start moving like that, then you know he's mad. So there you go. Stats are going back and forth. Anything that my RCB ladies want to add as your final point, just to balance this out? Are you happy, Varnata, with the fighting talk?
We will talk post-match. I will take the hisab in the next match.
Okay, I look forward to
I saw that confidence before the CSK game as well.
It's okay. We won first 4, and we're going to continue that.
Okay, great. Listen, brilliant. Continue this liveliness. I love it. I love it very, very much. And
DC also chokes.
Yeah, DC everybody can choke sometimes. Okay, it's no joke to choke. Okay, let's get your combined 11 now. This is our PayTM first games fantasy 11. This is the best of the best of the best. This is all of the great players across the two squads. Pant, De Villiers, Dhawan, Padikkal, Maxwell, Stoinis, Patel, or to the both Aksa and Harshal, Avesh Khan, Amit Mishra, and Kyle Jameson, everybody. James, there you go. There he is. Okay.
Again, I don't see Virat Kohli.
Oh, yeah. See, that strategy worked for us last time. I know I don't want to jinx it again. I'm trying to do that to you. You were upset about us leaving Kohli out last time as well. But this is our fantasy 11. If you don't want to
But
put that
today,
in, you can do what
today
you want.
he's
It's
going
yours.
to be playing. Tommy is
Varnata-
going to be playing today because Kohli loves playing against Delhi Capitals. If you know his
Varnata-
scores against Delhi, that's enough.
You know, nature tries to talk to us through various things. It's upon us to take up the signs, you know. But okay,
All right,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Game with
The
India.
signs are there. Okay, the signs can carry on being there. We have to go for now. The game is in less than an hour away. We're very close to game time. Enjoy it, people. Enjoy it wherever you are. Enjoy it, my young pilots. Enjoy it, my people with big dreams, and also Varnata, who's just happy to be at home. Okay, it's good to aim high, Varnata. It's good to aim high. All right, take care, guys. On behalf of Fan Dusra and the Bharat Army, we'll see you tomorrow.